Hello, I'm Jason Stone, the Division Head of Arts and Sciences here at OSU-OKC, and let's continue our conversation about your future. I'm delighted that you chose to invest in yourself and attend to the next video in our series about the habits of the mind. The habit of the mind that we're stressing in this video is managing your impulsivity. The New English Dictionary defines impulsivity as characterized by actions based on sudden desires, whims, or inclinations rather than careful thought. We all have impulsive thoughts, but a habit of the mind that's worthy of cultivation is managing that impulsivity. Impulsive thoughts are common and not in and of themselves bad. We all have little urges that we indulge or resist. However, it is when we allow some of those harmful thoughts to manifest themselves in behavior that we can run into problems. Some examples of impulsive behavior that damages our reputations and our relationships with others at home, at school, and at work are things like saying the very first thing that pops into your mind, making a snap decision, and interrupting other people. In fact, Dr. Matthew Tull, an associate professor and the director of anxiety disorders research at the Department of Psychiatry and Human Behavior at the University of Mississippi Medical Center, writes that impulsive behavior is often a short-term coping mechanism. Unfortunately, those same impulsive behaviors that make us feel good in the short term oftentimes have very negative long-term consequences. Consider this example. Suppose that you're at work at an entry-level position with a good company and your coworker in the next cubicle over has a number of very distracting work behaviors. One afternoon, you've just had enough and you decide to confront them about that annoying behavior. It might feel great to vent and to raise your voice at the coworker. However, you may wind up being fired, ruining your reputation, or damaging an important relationship that has consequences for the future. So, in the short term, you feel better because you expressed your dissatisfaction, but now you've caused a big problem. Your coworker may then get a big promotion. Now they're your supervisor. Will they be tempted to spend the first several months in their new position punishing you for handling the cubicle behavior incorrectly? Can you come up possibly with a better way that you could have handled that situation? Managing your impulsivity allows you to think about things and reflect upon them and make better decisions. Please have a conversation with others around you about some alternatives to that harmful verbal altercation. How could the workplace situation have been handled differently? Managing impulsivity to create a win-win situation is what you want to try to strive for. Dr. Tull shares some very specific behaviors and wisdom about how you can manage that impulsivity. Dr. Tull recommends distracting yourself. Often the urge to do something impulsive passes quickly. You can regroup and focus your attention on that distraction. The urge will pass. Replacing your impulsive behavior with healthy behaviors. If you're having an impulse to interrupt others, work on impulse control and focus on listening to that other person and taking turns in the conversation. Identify the long-term consequences of your behavior. Don't focus on that short-term instant gratification. Instead, focus on how acting impulsively might damage your future. Ask yourself some of these questions. How am I going to feel about this action tomorrow? How is sending that email with that particular tone of voice going to impact my relationship with the recipient of the email? How will communicating this message in this way impact my future at this organization in 6 months? This is just a brief synopsis of some of the information out there about impulsivity. This habit of the mind is particularly important given the fact that each of us possess, with a mobile phone, the ability to post pictures of ourselves in compromising situations, to accidentally reply all and email the entire organization, to do stuff that gets caught on video and instantly goes viral. Examples of individuals who failed to cultivate this habit of the mind are all around us. Brett Favre, Anthony Weiner, Edward Snowden, and scores of others come to mind. The need for workers to demonstrate the ability to manage impulsivity has never been more pronounced, and that's why it's an important habit of the mind for you to cultivate. Please join me and attend to the other videos in this series. Thank you for your time and attention. Have a great day. Go Pokes.